What is it like to be a parent? What is it like to have a child who depends on you? I've pondered this question many a time in my short life. Luckily, there is a show that I have wanted to talk about for a while that gave me a small window into the life of having a child, and fulfilling the role of a caretaker. That show is Usagi Drop, also known as Bunny Drop. And based on the name alone, it does sound a little odd. But it is a heartwarming show. It is one that I think appropriately captures the struggles and triumphs of what it is like to be a parent. Usagi Drop is nearly a decade old, premiering in the summer of 2011. But it is still an excellent slice of life that is still worth watching, exploring the appreciation, sacrifice, and the daily effort that parents give, or ought to give, to their children, showing the often overlooked moments of life. The plot isn't complex. It is simplistic but well told, beginning when the two protagonists meet each other for the first time. We see things from Daikichi's perspective throughout the series. He is a 30-year-old bachelor who lives alone, steadily rising through the ranks of his company. Life seems to be continuing that trend. That is, of course, until he receives a call that his grandfather has passed away. As he arrives at his grandfather's residence, it is there that he meets 6-year-old Rin, who is his grandfather's illegitimate daughter, much to his shock. Additionally, the mother in question is long gone, and because of her illegitimate status, Rin is concurrently ignored by all of the relatives, and treated as an outcast during the entirety of the funeral. Only Daikichi acknowledges her presence. When the family is debating what to do with Rin, certain options are laid on the table, such as placing her in a facility, but it is clear that no one in the family is willing to take her in on account of their own reputations and the girl's background. Nobody. Except Daikichi. It's not as if Rin asked for the circumstances surrounding her birth. He sees her humanity. He sees that she's just a 6-year-old girl in need of a home. Within the first few episodes, the show does a very good job of showing some minor challenges of parenting, such as providing for their basic needs. A bed, food, clothes, maybe something to keep them entertained, but also the smaller factors of parenting, like keeping track of the child in public spaces. It is humorous to watch Daikichi learn basic things that my own parents once did for me, like taking Rin to school, brushing her teeth, and dealing with wetting the bed. And as the series progresses, it is truly heartwarming to see the relationship between Daikichi and Rin deepen. I also realize how many things my parents did for me, and the sacrifices they made. I took and still take a lot of these things for granted. For myself and those who know nothing, or close to nothing about parenting, or the experience of being a parent, it is profoundly reflective to watch how Daikichi makes gradual changes to becoming the parent Rin needs. Whether that's in transferring to a different department and sacrificing his climb up the corporate ladder so that he can go home earlier. Picking schools that are more convenient to both his work needs and her school needs. Connecting with other parents, and declining invitations to hang out with his single and free coworkers. Daikichi's motivations and priorities begin to shift as he continues to bond with Rin, and learn more about what it takes to raise a child properly. Some of the most memorable moments during Usagi Drop are small ones that I would like to have with my own kids someday, like running around with them on my shoulders, visiting relatives, or helping them with a project that they might want to invest their time in. And throughout the show, we the viewer get to see how other parents show love to their children, even if they're only on screen for a brief time. Aside from the plot, these simple events of daily life are conveyed through the art style and soundtrack, both of which accentuate the simplicity and gentle nature of the series. The best example is at the beginning of each episode, where a very short amount of the episode is drawn in a watercolor style, much like the colors I used when I was in kindergarten and elementary school. Additionally, both the opening and ending themes are accompanied by their own set of vivid colors, and it reminded me of how life often looks for children, full of wonder, amusement, energy, and simplicity. Short but heartwarming, Usagi Drop is a very enjoyable watch. It makes good use of its open-ended premise, as there isn't necessarily an ending when the series concludes in its 11th episode. After all, the show is all about the development of family relationships, the experience of becoming a parent, and the beauty of daily life rather than the plot itself. And it may not be the most thrilling or exciting anime, but it is a genuinely heartwarming one. It portrays a life that I hope, one day, to have. Enjoy the little moments. We don't get them back.